Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Orlando Austin. I'm a current student at Eastern Michigan University. I am currently doing a presentation for a management class 202 Business Communications. And this presentation is in regards to external factors affecting the company of our choice. And the company I chose was General Electric. And the factors that I decided to concentrate on for this presentation for General Electric involve their manufacturing division, lawsuits with one of their competitors, their energy division, and also their healthcare division. And before I expand on that, I'd like to discuss a brief history about General Electric. General Electric is a U.S. public traded company, which is and they are a conglomerate here in the United States. And basically, what that means is that they have multiple businesses that they run and own in this country, which branches off into multiple sectors. And in a nutshell, GE can be broken down into six segments or six business divisions. And those six divisions are energy, infrastructure, aviation, healthcare, transportation, home and business solutions, and GE Capital, which is a real estate investment division. And of those six divisions, I wanted to concentrate on basically the energy division, their healthcare division, their manufacturing division, and also lawsuits that have affected this company within the past 4 years. The first section of these external factors affecting GE I'd like to talk about is their manufacturing division. GE currently produces gas and also diesel fuel locomotive engines in the United States. And these locomotive engines are used in the railroad industry throughout the continental United States and also abroad. GE currently manufactures these locomotives to sell to mainly commercial, mainly for commercial use. And with those locomotives, they in turn are mainly used to transport raw materials such as coal, iron ore, vehicles from manufacturing facilities, and some sort all over the world. And recently, due to federal regulations, the federal government is currently increasing the emission standards for old uh, industrial locomotives. And that transition is going to take, is anticipated to happen in the year 2015. So what's causing at this point in the manufacturing industry with locomotives is that different different companies who purchase these locomotives, such as USX, CRX, Railroad, they want to purchase these new and more efficient locomotives prior to the regulations change come 2015. And to do that, these companies do have some orders. One is 200 locomotives to be purchased by CRSX, and the other one is by Union Pacific, which has an order of 50 diesel locomotive engines this year alone. So what this has caused for General Electric, who manufactures these locomotives, and as well as their competitor Caterpillar, to continue and also increase production, and as well open up new manufacturing facilities throughout the United States. And right now, GE plans on opening a low cost production facility in Texas. So right now, they're currently using their Erie, Pennsylvania facility at capacity, which is a good thing. Another thing in regards to the manufacturing of the railroad locomotives is that it's more economical for 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 companies to transport different materials such as vehicles or raw materials such as iron ore or oil longer distances, and that's because oil is increasing in price. And now diesel fuel is more competitive as far as for the transportation market because locomotives can carry uh, more loads than actual trucks can. So that's one of the advantages. Next, I wanted to move over to the lawsuits with a competitor that's affecting GE currently, and one of the lawsuits involves um, Mitsubishi Mitsubishi Heavy Industry. And what Mitsubishi does is they are currently a manufacturer from overseas in Japan, and they have a market here in the United States of attempting to sell wind turbines for green energy. Well, prior to 2008, Mitsubishi Heavy Industry had had sold approximately $2 billion worth of turbines here in the United States. And after the year 2008, GE began filing infringement lawsuits against Mitsubishi in regards to their intellectual properties that GE had stated that Mitsubishi had infringed on. And once that happened, of course, Mitsubishi's sales plummeted dramatically in the U.S. market. So Mitsubishi in turn countersued GE, and this countersuing has been going back and forth. More so, they've been called frivolous lawsuits, and GE has not been found guilty, nor has Mitsubishi been found guilty of infringing on any intellectual property rights that belong to GE at this time. So it's still an open case because technology is always increasing, and Mitsubishi again currently has the opportunity of suing GE as well. Next, I'd like to move on to the energy market. Currently, GE has projected that a large substantial portion of their business could come from green or renewable energy technology. So what GE has decided to do is they've decided to pursue different markets such as China, for example, who had an estimated growth of $10 billion a year annually. And during that time, while GE has had their initial investments opportunities in China, which is a non-free market, GE has not been able to meet their expected revenue goals in that country of China. And actually, those revenues have been about half, only $10 billion a year. So what GE has decided to do is withdraw a lot of their resources that they were putting into China and move them to other markets who currently have uh, large natural reserves, or which is also called mineral rich reserves, such as Canada, Peru, and Mongolia. And these countries that I mentioned, they have large natural reserves of oil and also iron ore. So what now GE is doing is pursuing those countries to sell their generators, air compressors, locomotives to these countries because these countries will be anticipating large revenues from the selling of these different commodities. And it's also projected that the value of those commodities will continue to increase. And that concludes the end of my report. Thank you.